Hello students of class 8th. Students, as we are reading the first chapter, Computer Network, and in this chapter we have seen the networking of computer, how can we establish a network. They are the different types of networking system, and we use different type of components for establishing networking. So student, as we are reading here the topologies, as I think we have finished also about the topology, and here we have a scene about the types of the topologies according to the room, according to the convenience. We establish the different types of the topology in our working area. So now here, student, we will read about network security. In this network security, as we can define the some rules or regulations to prevent the unauthorized access, means no one can misuse, no one can modification or editing in our data system. So here, as a network accessible data and resources, so here it can be controlled by the network administrator. Network administrator means such a person who can control on the function of networks, means that person can allow the user to manipulate the data, to execute the tasks, and that person can prevent also to access the data. The networks can be of two types, private and public here. Private network is on that can be used within a company, within a factory, as for using for the company resources. But public networks are open for everyone here. Everyone can access this, and there are two types of the network security in this section here. Login security means this is done by accessing a unique login name. Suppose you have the email ID and you have the unique login name and password also. You can correspond that ID with the unique password and ID. So here user are assigned an ID and password for authentication, for accessing the authentication information, and that person can access any kind of information for by that ID on the network. Right security here, you can say कि this is done by giving right to the user, such a you can say कि in this system the user can read only access, read write access, and no access can be also here. It means read only access means user can read only, not can change something or anything in that information. Read write access means here you can access the all kind of information, and you can amendment and you can change in that information. No access auto at all means not you can see or not you can read, change any information or delete any information. Here read write access means the user can read, change or delete the information, and no access means user cannot change anything in the information or not read even also here. So now next we see here accessing a shared file, means to suppose if you want to exchange your file over the network, it is suppose it is stored in such a place where you want to need to share drives, files, folders, data resources with any other person. So here you have to share your drive, means you have to share your drive, folder, files with other on the network here. So here student, you can see here the sharing icon. This is the sharing icon you can find on the bottom of the Windows Explorer. When you open the Windows Explorer, in the bottom side you will find this icon, and when you click on this icon, I mean, first of all, you will click, you can share your files, you can share the resources of files and folders with other. How can? First of all, open the library icon. This is a library icon, and there you will, in that you will find this icon in the bottom side. Means when you open the library icon, and then in the bottom side of the library windows, you will find here this icon, that is here the sharing icon here, and you click on the network. This is a network. When you click on this network, then you will click on the name of the network computer, means which on which network you want to share your resources of data. Then after, you have to select that folder of files which you want to share with the person. So this way we can share our resources with other on the network. To student, here as we have completed this chapter again, we revised again this chapter, and student, as you know, the first and second chapters are very important for your PT1, periodic test 1. So that's why you should read this chapter, these two chapters thoroughly, because question can come between of the chapters also. So here student has given also some activity, so please revise and learn also that, and you can read here the class activity like this. This is I have done for you, and recap corner also. It is also important to read the recap because it is a summary of this chapter. And now exercise corner, as I showed you earlier also, but once again I am showing the exercise of first chapter. So please see and complete your work in your copy, all things completely in your book you can also, because exercises are coming only in your PT test. So here exercises are very important. In this PT, in first PT, question answer will not come, only here the exercise will come. So exercise, please prepare thoroughly and properly for your PT test 1. And this is here, you can see about the name, the type of the network, and here the true false also, some part of the true false here is given, the backside also. So here student, you can see the thoroughly and properly. So student, today we start the next chapter also. As a next chapter, you know what is that chapter? HTML. HTML as a hypertext markup language. So student, as we know, internet is the network of computer networks that connects millions of computers around the globe. The individual computers are connected to some powerful computers called the servers, and these servers stores the files and information in the form of websites. These files can be accessed by different users from anywhere in the world using the internet connection. Website contain different pages called the web pages. The first page of any website is called the home page. The home page contains links to other web pages. The HTML here, as you know, stands for hypertext markup language, and the word hypertext was first coined by Ted Nelson in 1960s. Markup language is a technique to write documents describing the general structure of the contents inside the documents, and not its actual appearance on the page on the screen. HTML allows the user to link several related information already stored in the computer or server that can be accessed from anywhere around the world. So here markup language means easy to understand, and that is creating for the web page here. So hypertext, student, understand properly, as I know as I told you earlier also about the HTML, and but this time read properly and carefully. So here, as telling, the hypertext means the text on a web page can be linked with the other page, another website page here, and enabling the user to move one page to another page. So this is means here as a hyperlink. And hyperlink text, you can see that is given in the color in the blue, and word here, the markup means text written inside the tag as a certain type of the tags for the displaying particular style here. And we can find here as example for writing the text inside the bold, so we use here such a tag. And tag, that is a, you can say, okay, it is a for creating the code of the HTML here. And the word language is used for the making communication with the computer using special words or symbols. So for the creating the HTML program here, we use here the tag. And tag, it is a basic structure of the document of HTML here. The students, as we can understand about the features here is a given, widely we use for designing our web pages. First of all, it is a very easy to understand and use. It is not a case sensitive, means you can write in a capital and in a small also. And you have to treat, if you want to write anything, you will write inside the tag here. Like HTML, it is starting of the tag here, you can write in a small, and as well as you can write also in a capital later here. And it is supported by almost every web browsing software, means it is required for the software as like a text editor. Text editor means WordPad, Notepad. These are the such a software by which we can create our HTML web page. So here, as a telling, there is no need to install a special software. We can use here Notepad or WordPad to create a HTML code. And structure of HTML document, as we have already know about that, HTML document is writing using HTML element consisting of the tags. It is a angle bracket, open and close. The tag along with their attributes make the text and images appear attractive on the web pages. When we use here the tag, we can use also attributes with that tag to make attractive our document of the web page here. Student, you can see here, this is the structure given here, the HTML code here. First you start with the HTML, and then after the head, and then here the title tag. Then you can close here the head here, which is because it is opening and closing tag, that is called the container tag. As you know, student, there are two types of the tag, container and empty tag here. Container tag which needs to close, and empty tag which is not need to close here, that is remain on here. So here as a body tag, and then close here. So whatever you want to show on the web page, then you have to put inside the body opening and closing tag, and then after we will close our program with closing the HTML tag here. So here with these tags we can use also the attribute to making attractive our web page here. But this thing I will tell you in next video. The students, keep reading and keep learning everything properly and thoroughly between the chapters 2 here. Thank you for watching.